Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation. In Christ, I greet you and I bring glad tidings. I want to talk about the trending issue. Nice apologizing for cheating. I'm sure many of you have heard or seen the video, and here it is.
My name is Openness. I've done something so shameful, something terrible, and it's costing me my family. And the most important thing to me right now is my family.
So, he is remorseful from that video, and I'll also I'll enjoin us to plead with his wife, because I can imagine, you see, you guys, you don't know what happens to a woman when you cheat. You think it's let me just cheat, it's just there, I'll be all right, she'll be all right. I'm not sure there's any woman who likes being cheated upon. There are many women who tolerate cheating, but none enjoy it. And even though the Bible and the Quran are not against men having multiple women in their lives, we can trim it down to what Christ said in Matthew chapter 19 verse 9, a man and a woman. But you see, at the end of the day, we can't take away the fact that the Arabs, where Christ grew up, that is Israel, Palestine, Saudi Arabia, they're all polygamous, and so are we. My grandfather had 4 wives. My father has 2 wives. It's in my blood. And I wouldn't say there's anything scripturally wrong with it. My argument for Christianity is love your neighbor as yourself. That is what, more so than Christ's advice that one man and one woman. What I use in the Free Nation teachings is Christ instructed us to love your neighbor as yourself. So unless you are ready to allow your wife have her own boyfriends, then you cannot have girlfriends, or you cannot have concubines, or you cannot have a second wife, because you're supposed to love your wife in Christianity as you love yourself. And there is no way you're going to love someone like you love yourself and cheat on that person if you don't like being cheated upon. Nice is 100% wrong in my opinion. Don't cheat on a woman. When cheating happens, I will never share the blame between a man and a woman. The blame of cheating lies 100% in the hands of the man. However, when it comes to preventing cheating, there's the job of both the man and the woman. So here's the appeal I have. I was waiting for everybody to come back, and it looks like everybody's back. And I like gist, eh? So here's what I have to say. Guys, you have to understand. Somebody's saying how? Oh yeah, it takes both parties to prevent cheating. Because men, by default, like to cheat. Is in our, somebody used a perfect Yoruba term. It is in our how is our journey. Someone said cheating is a personal choice. You end the relationship instead of cheating. I want to ask you, how many relationships did our fathers end because of cheating? How many relationships did our fathers end because of cheating? You see, let's be careful not to just go and import Oyinbo people's mentality and just dump it on us here. We are Africans. Ogun ìdílé, thank you very much. Ogun ìdílé ni cheating fọkùnrin. So when you know that something is in somebody's blood, what do you do to prevent it or to minimize the occurrence? It is also your duty. Anybody that decides to keep Rottweiler and Pitbull, you know, pit bulls and Rottweilers are very wild dogs. So if you decide that the dog that you want to train in your life is pit bull or Rottweiler, you also have to manage them. Men are not pit bull and Rottweiler. Men are hyena. They are worse than pit bull and Rottweiler. Because pit bull and Rottweiler still get loyalty of dog. Normal man get loyalty of hyena. And our traditional religions and traditional cultures have not helped. Neither have the foreign religions that we decided to import. You have to understand this. So we all have to work together. I'm not in any way standing brief for nice. What he did, we will still have to dobale and beg his wife. Mommy nice. John Torolo Ema Binu. Please forgive him. He will not do it again. And then we have to warn him not to do it again. But I need you to put yourself in a Nigerian man's shoes, so we can understand each other, so that it's like you are buying a dog and taking the dog home, and then you are surprised that the dog is barking. If you buy a parrot and the parrot starts barking, you worry. If you buy a goldfish and the goldfish starts barking, you worry. If you buy a goat and the goat, instead of doing meh, it starts doing whoa, 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 you worry. But when a dog barks, it's normal. Somebody said he will still repeat it. He will not repeat it if things are handled well. One thing I always advise couples is openness. Nice. I will only beg your wife to take you back if you are willing to be open with her. If you are willing to be open with her, then I will ask her to take you back. Openness helps a lot. You see, when you and your wife share phone, you know that there are some messages that cannot come to that phone. So automatically, it go to check you. It go to check you. Many women that are shouting, hey, a man has no right to cheat. Are you willing to take the walk? There is nothing that I respect. Let me tell you, any couple that tells you, I respect his privacy, he respects mine, is either that one of them is cheating or both of them are cheating, or they are both fooling themselves. If you are in a relationship, go still respect the privacy, cannot let any motivational speaker lead you into hellfire. You will check. It's just like your child. When your child goes to boarding school and you ask your child, how are you doing? What do your child tell you? Mommy, I failed all my... I'm doing well. You will check with the teacher. Is my son really doing well? You're supposed to check on your wife or your husband, who is not in a bad way. Who is Morenike? And why? You can even make a joke out of it. My husband. Who is Morenike? And why is she? Which picture is she asking you of? He will look. Let me tell you, it is in our blood to cheat. If we have it's like a dog. You can train a dog not to steal, but it is hard when you put the chicken on the table in front of the dog and the dog is alone there. As Daddy Freeze is, as holy as Daddy Freeze is, Let me tell you, my wife, if my wife enters the room and I'm talking to a woman at midnight, she cannot suspect me. All she needs to do is, who are you talking to? This is the story, or this, that. She has access. Let me tell you, our phones in the house are all synced because we use the same iPhone, iCloud. So if my wife gets a missed call, I see it on my phone. If I get a missed call, she sees it on her phone. My daughter had to fight us to remove her from that iCloud because when her calls come into, it's all mixed up. She sees my calls. Do you know, if I'm here with my wife and somebody's calling her, my phone will ring. So what am I trying to say at the end of the day? When you have a closely knit family like that, it is hard to play pranks. Men by natural, ogun idile ni fun wa. Men by nature, love to play pranks. And pranks always fall in our lap. Do you know how many times I did not plan it? I did not do it. I just went somewhere and a fine girl that is my spec that likes me presents herself. Do you know what always saves me? I'm always there with my wife. It helps. Most men are hunters. I know they that one. I know go agree. You know what make your relationship work, Niel? So, women, help us. I'm not just talking of only nice now. All men need their women to help them. I need yin. Agbodo gori ogun ìdílé yìí. Is ogun ìdílé we must overcome. So we must be open with each other. Now, a man needs to, let me tell you another thing that women used to catch men. When a man cannot be open with his wife because his wife will judge him, then the man will always find one small side chick somewhere that he can be open with, and that one will not judge him. So you as a woman need to understand that your man can present his openness to you and you will not judge him. Somebody said men are not open. Make your man open. Taste buds has made me open. There's nothing I'm not open about, even finances. Now, let me tell you, if anytime I have money, Taste buds helps me schedule how to spend it. She will not know where my money is. She will not know where my money is. Because if you want me to be open, I must be able to trust you that, hey, I have this 10 million naira in my account. And you are supposed to look at it and know that it's not your business. Unless there's problem in the house. It's not your business. A friend of mine told me that as soon as he got an alert, because he and his wife used to share the same company email. So as soon as he got an alert, if the alert was 500,000, by the time he got home, his wife had a bill of about 420 or 430,000 waiting for him. Some women are like that. Your man cannot be open with you. It's not the man's fault. It is your fault. You have to deal with it. There was a friend of mine too, a colleague of mine, who had a password on his phone. And this guy is born again. I never knew him to cheat. He never ever cheated on his wife. He doesn't even like women. So one day I had to ask him, I said, why is there a password on your phone? He said, you want my wife to know what's in my account? Meanwhile, if you ask Taste Buds what is in my account, in every account she will tell you. And I can also tell you what's in her account, and I will never use that to judge. So somebody is saying, why am I blaming a woman for not being open? If I'm open to you today, I tell you I have 10 million, you collect the 10 million from my hand. I come tomorrow, I tell you I have 5 million, collect the 5 million from my hand. The day I have 2 million, will I tell you? So as I'm not open to you, whose fault is it? It's not my fault. I'm just reacting to what you do to me. I cannot hide money from my wife. Why? She doesn't make... When my wife comes and says, oh, I want to do this project, I'll say, this is how I'm going to support you. Because me too, now that if I have money now, I also now have to be mature. I have to also support. This is how I'm supporting you here. This is how I'm supporting you here. Do you understand? So you all need to understand this. I'm sure, simply Vic, do you hide money from your wife? Let me ask you. Do you hide money from your wife, and does your wife hide money from you? If whatever he says will make me take a stance. Simply Vic, I need to answer. Simply Vic, let me even bring him live. Simply Vic, all I need is 1 minute from you. I beg you. Just 1 minute. And I want you to be honest. Oh, wow. So while we're waiting for him to connect, maybe he's in a busy place. He's somebody I see as mature and intellectually sound. So I would tell you, if you're in a relationship, don't hide. Now, if a woman is hiding money from you as a man, worry about it. Because it's either one, she has plans that you're not part of, or two, you either demand from her or you don't do what you're supposed to do as a man in the house. That's why she's hiding money from you. Because let me tell you something. If I'm the one paying rent and I am the one paying school fees and then I look into my wife's account and I see 500 million, I'll be tempted not to pay now because what did the 500 million? So when the woman now sees that, because I can see that she has this money in her account, I'm now not doing my own responsibility, she will have the tendency to hide from me. Somebody is saying, waiting concern man for woman money. Everything. Unless you want me to lie to you. For you to cheat on a woman and claim Christianity or Bible, Abraham them did it. Abraham, David, Jacob, and Solomon were under an old expired covenant. Under our new covenant, Galatians chapter 3 and Galatians chapter 2 clearly tells us that there's no difference between between the Gentiles and the Jews, and between male and female. We're all one in Christ. So as it pain you when your wife cheat, now so it pain your wife when you cheat. So you cannot, I will never advise a Free Nation member to have a concubine or a second wife. It's not that it will take you to hell, but you will not be able to love that person, your wife, as yourself. So guys need to be able to understand this, and need to be able to understand that women hurt when you cheat on them. Sometimes they speak out, sometimes they complain, sometimes they just silently bear a huge burden. So if you don't love a woman enough, don't marry her and then be cheating on her and think it's going to be all right. No woman can take it. Women go through heartbreak just like men do too. So my advice to Nice is, you've got to be careful not to make your wife, if you truly love her and she truly means the world to you, you have to be careful not to hurt her with cheating. Cheating hurts. Now, someone is saying, why must you cheat in the first place? It takes us back to, even though spiritually and under the new covenant, men and women are equal, physically, we're not equal. Sometimes a man wants something his wife cannot give him, because your wife is also running the home. She's taking care of the kids. It's easy to pick a Unilag chick for the weekend and you give her 20,000 naira, or sorry, I'm not a university chick. Let me not say Unilag, just university chick. You give her 20,000 naira and you'd be good for a weekend. You can't give your wife 20,000 naira next and tell her to put your leg here, put your ear here, bend like this. You can't give your wife at home 20,000 naira and get that. But you'd give a regular chick. I heard a friend of mine told me that he pays 7K and he has the girl till the next day. So my advice also to women is, you've got to be that chick. You've got to be, in your marriage, you've got to be that 7K chick. That chick that they give 7K, and one leg is going to be on the fence, one ear is going to be in the next compound, your head is going to be under the bed. Somebody is saying men and women are equal in marriage contract. They are equal in marriage contract, but let's not lie to ourselves. Let me show you one inequality. A man can sleep with 2 women a day, every day for a year, and he'll be all right, he'll be normal. And out of that, 100 of them might get pregnant. Any woman that can have 100 children in 1 year, I want to meet you. So you've got to understand that physically we are different. We are different. Is anybody that tells you that men and women are equal, they are lying to you. Let me tell you, most men, they are sick, they go still want. They lose their work, they go still want. Women, on the other hand, can want at 5 o'clock and pick a phone call, and by 5:05 she doesn't want again. Women are more emotional, men are more physical. I have counseled a lot of people and I've come to this realization. That's why I'm sharing you this knowledge for free. You've got to understand that there is a difference between men and women physically, despite the fact that we are equal in a marriage contract, or we are equal in front of God, according to the book of Galatians. And your legal differences or similarities do not matter when biology sets in. Let me tell you something. Hold on. Your contract remains the same, whether Kim Kardashian struts across the room in a bikini, but your biology does not remain the same. So you've got to understand that men are biologically different from women. And that is why I tell my daughters. Some people say, if a man touches you inappropriately, I tell my daughters, I say, don't go to a man's house wearing a short thing and then come and believe that you have the right. Anything that happens to you, I will look away. I will not arrest the man. If you really have sense as a woman, you will not exercise your right. Yes, it is your right. But why go? It's like going into the lion. You have the right to walk around anywhere, and you see a lion and you say, hey, it's my right to walk around freely. The biology of the lion will not allow you to walk around freely. We've got to start considering our biology. Now, a lot of women who say there's no amount of time you spend with your man, or no amount of what you give your man. Men are always insatiable. You see, you can give your body to a man but not give your emotions to him. So there's still a vacuum. Many women are good at, oh yeah, take the body, just take. You understand? You can give your body to a man without giving your emotions. And that's also a vacuum. You see, you've got to be able to give a man and expect the same in return. Somebody saying her friend died of HIV because her husband brought it home. In as much as I like to blame the husband, there's also the job of a wife. A good wife should also be able to keep her husband at home. It takes a lot, not just the physical, the emotional, the psychological. If a woman doesn't understand that a man has an ego, a man needs to be pampered as a man. And that's what side chicks, you see, wives are very good at saying, I pay the bill, I do this. Side chicks understand how to pamper a man's ego. That is why side chicks, because I've dated a girl before in my life that was dating 5 married men and like 2 single guys. And we all used to fight over this girl. And one day I woke up, I said, why are we all fighting over this girl? Because she knew exactly what to do to get us. All girls who are side chicks know what to do to get their men. If you've ever been with a side chick before, you will understand. They know how. Somebody say, are you blaming the woman? Of course I'm not blaming the woman. I'm advising. And I'm not advising the woman. I'm advising you, all of you. Women don't like to hear the truth. I'm not blaming her. And I am telling you this. Until you've been with a side chick before, you will not understand. Side chicks understand their men. They know what they want from the man. It's a contract. If they give this, they get this. So, a woman, a wife also has to be a side chick for her husband. You've got to put yourself in your side chick's shoes, your husband's side chick's shoes, and think about it and say, okay, what is this woman going to give my husband that I can't? And you'll be amazed that it's very small things that you can do. If pride and ego let you. Women will always come and fight. Listen to me so you can learn. I'm telling you, I've been in a relationship with a girl, and I'm saying this, who was dating 5 men and all the men were fighting over her. There must be something she was doing that all the men were fighting over her, and it took the grace of God to be able to come out. Now, a cheating man is a problem to himself and to his family. You see, I'm going to speak for both sides. I'm going to speak for have you ever wondered? You see, my problem with today's women is you guys are so misguided. As in, you guys have gotten it so wrong. Do you know how many of you men are cheating on? You are here saying they cheat on you. So listen and learn. Listen and learn. A man who cheats on his wife is dangerous. So you as a wife, let me ask you a question. You love a man, you now find out that he has cheated on you. You have 2 options. Only 2 options in this whole world. You leave or you stay. Those are the only 2 options you have. You leave or you stay. Now, if you're going to leave, all well and good. But if you're going to stay, you're going to have to ask him a lot of questions, and you're going to have to ask yourself a lot of questions. You have to. Someone said, not every man cheats and not every woman cheats. Guys, you need to wake up. This is a situation we have of a man who cheated. How do we fix it? What do women need to do so that their men will not cheat? And what do men need to do so that they will not cheat? I will just keep quiet and allow you. And people think you have the answers. Let me tell you something. This year I didn't counsel people. Last year I counseled 85, between 80 and 85 women. All of them had cheated before. Every single, at that last year, every single one had cheated before. And half of them were in current relationships. Plus many people that you know, they were in relationships. And I used to ask them, what are you doing in the marriage if you are in a relationship? So every woman cheats, every woman, have you sat down? How many women have you counseled? You have to get yourself to that point where you sat down with, you have to have a statistics. Okay, I sat down with 80 people and this what I was scared. I stopped counseling women for a long time. I was like, let me not hear what will break my heart. Now, men too cheat. So the problem is we have a situation. How do you fix it? Right now, I'm not talking about nice anymore. I'm talking about anybody who is in this situation. You have got to sit down with your woman, or you have got to sit down with your man, and you have to ask some very honest questions that we Nigerians don't like to ask. What is wrong in the relationship? Is it a psychological problem? Is it a man who cannot but cheat? If he's a man that cannot do anything, he has to cheat, then you know that, okay, this is how you're going to deal with that. But if there's something leading him to cheat, first of all, you need to understand that all our men in Nigeria have it in their DNA. And our society has also stamped it. When your father had wife and girlfriend and second wife, and your grandfather did, and you look around you, your married boss brings a chick to the office, and his wife is coming and he says, oh yeah, take this chick to your office. When my wife goes, I'll call you back. Society in Nigeria especially has stamped it. Then our musicians, they have many baby mamas, some married with baby mamas, you understand that for you not to cheat, you are the odd one out. Someone said, Ogun ìdílé ni fún wa ní Nigeria, kọkùnrin máa cheat, ìran ọkùnrin ló ń cheat. Ogun ìdílé ni. So you have to work as a man, you have to work yourself out of that ogun ìdílé. And as a woman, you also have to be your man's support system. American people will not understand this. You have to be your husband's support system out of the ogun ìdílé that I found myself inside. Because at least 3 or 4 of my father's brothers have second wives. My father has second wife. My grandfather has second wife. I grew up in Nigeria. I grew up where my boss, his wife is coming and will call me from upstairs that, hey, come, let this woman come and chill with you till my wife goes. There are many things you try in Nigeria that you cannot try abroad. It's alien to that society, but it's a part of this, our society. Now you need to understand that the Quran allows 4 wives. The Bible does not expressly say having more than 1 wife is a sin. And having a second wife is not adultery. Having a concubine is not adultery, was not adultery. People have given many reasons. If you listen to the bridegroom and the 5 virgins, people have misinterpreted that why is the bridegroom, why does he have 5 bridesmaids? People have also misinterpreted a man cleaves to his wife. And there are Jewish scholars that have sat down with that have explained to me, do I agree? No, but it's They explain it in context. They say a man cleaves to each wife. If he has 4 wives, he cleaves to each wife. He cleaves to this one, cleaves to this one, cleaves to this one. So our religions, traditional and imported, allow polygamy. Somebody say cheating is different from polygamy. Cheating and polygamy are multiple partners for a man. Now, I want to ask you, which of the religions allow polygamy for a woman? Traditional and imported religions, which of them allow polygamy for a woman? As a woman can have more than one husband. Let's discuss. Which one? Someone said my grandfather had 10 wives. I want to see whose grandmother or mother had 2 husbands. Legally, not divorced though, legally. It's impossible. Now, somebody is saying the world is evolving. Let me tell you something. Monkey did not give birth to human being. The evolution process took millions of years. A monkey does not come with another monkey and then they give birth to a human child. It doesn't work like that. If you are going to follow the principle of evolution, it took millions of years of natural selection, of all those things Darwin spoke about. So you are not just going to wake up. You see, the problem of Nigerians and why our society fails is we go and take the society of the Abroadarians. That is not a successful society. Don't think their society is good. Let them not fool themselves. Let me tell you something. If I lived abroad, I personally will not marry. I will marry you. And then me and you will fight. Police will come and drive me from the house. God forbid. We will just be dating. And any day you are tired, I will move to the next person. I will not marry where my wife can wake up one day and she owns everything I've worked for. I will never do it. That's not a good society. That's a twisted society in the opposite direction. Our own is twisted this way. Their own is twisted this way. Me, I believe in the balance. We will import good things from the abroad while we maintain our own good things. Me, that I know myself. That I will work for 20 years and marry a woman 2 years later, and then me and the woman will fight, and then the woman will take everything I've worked for. How long will need you? And if I bring a girl home, I'll call my lawyer. This lady is here. Oh, please help me draft agreement. It will be on a weekly basis. We will draft new agreement. Because I know that my society does not protect me as a man there. Now in Nigeria it's the opposite. The society does not protect women. So you have to make a case for the women. Abroad, you have to make a case for the men. My ideal society is somewhere in the middle, where both the man and the woman are catered to or catered for. If I'm making sense. So, please guys, we need to work with this. We need to understand men, and men need to understand women. I know there's somebody who is listening today who is going to pick up something and work with it. A woman is saying, that's why I'm in America, oh, no time for time. Do you realize that if I were in America with my ex-wife, I probably would have drank sniper. If I were in America. The luck I have is I was in Nigeria. And now I also realize the wickedness that some women face in this Nigeria because of this. So I want a society where it's balanced. I don't want a woman divorcing a man and then having to give him her kids the way our traditions say. No, I'm not for that. But I'm also not for a society where I work, I buy car, I buy house, I buy land. Then we are breaking up. I give all to you, or I share with you 50-50. No, you will take what you brought. Because if you are married to me, I'm feeding you, I'm paying your bills, and then you are going, you want to take half of what I have. For what? As a matter of fact, if I divorce a woman, I will not pay her rent. Why am I paying your rent? For my children, if they don't have where to stay, let them stay in my house until you find a place. I will not pay your rent. In Nigeria, it will work. Abroad, it will not work. In Nigeria, it will work. I will take care of my children. I will send you their... And as a matter of fact, we will sit down, we arrange, okay, this is how much the children need. Unless you are a housewife. If you are working, this is how much you are going to bring. Abroad, I have friends. I have a friend that his wife used to beat. So, one day inside crying, he had a bit too much to drink, and then one woman in their block of flats seduced him. That's how the woman got pregnant. This my guy is in between his wife and this woman, and the two of them want to kill him. And one day they called us to settle fights that the guy slapped the wife or something like that. And I went there with another one of my friends. And after listening to the woman talk to this guy for 10 minutes, I told the woman, I said, do you know if I was this guy, I'd have done the same thing. How do you talk to somebody like this? And I thank God that I was in Nigeria. That was one thing that formed my decision whether I'm going to live abroad or I'm going to live in Nigeria. Abroad, they go do you anything they like as man. You got to collect them. You got to chest them. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ á rí bí. I'm not chesting nothing. Back to our point. As a woman and as a man in a marriage, you both have responsibilities. In this particular issue, Nice is 100% at fault. In this issue, Nice is the one that is at fault if I were to judge the matter. And I'm not going to put any buts. He's at fault. However, I want women to understand men more and better, and I want men to also understand women more and better. A lot of women believe that a man's responsibility not to cheat is his. No, it's both of yours. You both have a responsibility. You both have to work together to make your family work. I feel sorry for Nice. But have I ever cheated in a relationship before? Oh, yes, I have. Am I cheating in my current relationship? Oh, no. But are you doing what Tastebuds is doing to make sure I don't cheat? Have you asked yourself that? Are you doing what she's doing? Are you supporting your husband in everything that he's doing? Do you know how hard it is to support Antichrist in Nigeria? Everybody's going this way. Daddy Free is going this way with a few people. And then you have to be that person's woman in that midst. Are you cooking the kind of food that Tastebuds cooks? Let me tell you something here. I want you to all to go and watch a movie called I Think I Love My Wife, or I Love My Wife, Chris Rock. Let me Google the exact name of the movie. I Love My Wife or something like that. There were many things that were broken down in that movie. The movie is called I Think I Love My Wife. I was correct. You need to watch it. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's one movie that I watch anytime I'm abroad. You've got to understand that men and women are wired differently. Sometimes I sit with my sister, and I was having a conversation with one of my sisters the other day, and she got a raise at her place of work. And the first thing I thought of was, aren't you going to get a new car? That this your car is old. You have a raise, the £40,000 or $40,000, I've forgotten what the figure, income. The first thing she started thinking about was moving the children to private school. I'm like, you live in London or in the UK or I've forgotten where she was that period. Sorry, the US. You have a good enough school. Why do you want to change the children to private school? Why are you looking for what's not lost? You have an old car. You need a new car. To me, seeing the increase, I collect $40,000 increase. Unless my children are hungry and stressed and they don't have what to wear, I'm going to the Rolex shop first. Then from the Rolex shop, I'm going to stop over at BMW or Mercedes-Benz and change, because I don't have to pay the whole $40,000. It just means that I have $4,000 extra every month. Extra. So that can go to my new car. Maybe 2,500 of it go to my new car. I was living well on the salary before. The person I'm talking about is not poor, doing very well. For you to have an extra 40K, it means you are earning at least 150K a year. Because if you're earning less than 100K, you not get a 40K raise. So it means I'm already doing well. I'm cool. First place I'm going to go is BMW, Mercedes-Benz. My people, what car do you people have in this 2021 that's going to look nice? And if I remove the roof, people will see me inside and I'll be balling. Do you know that alone is a problem in a marriage? Where that extra $40,000 is going to go. Now, if it is the woman's money, it's not a problem. The woman will figure it out and you have to nod your head and agree. If it is the man's money, the man now has to run it by you or hide it from you. It's either the husband hides the money from you or submits it to you. And guess what? I'm the one doing the work. I'm the one spending the extra hours. I'm the one receiving the stress and the insults from my boss. But you get to tell me what I do. Are you there with my boss when my boss is insulting me? Are you the one that has to skip lunch so you can fix one or two things so you can meet your deadline? But when it comes to the money, and that's one thing that I love taste buds for more than even the food. If I tell taste buds, you don't know me, if I work very hard, I decide that this is what I want to buy with my money. Taste buds will not tell me, bring the money. The moment you tell me bring the money, let me tell you what I'll do. I will not do the work again. Because nobody likes work. Work is stress. Do you people like work? I don't know. Me, I don't like work. It's stress, oh God. It's stress. But then me, having a conscience, I know that I'm not going to buy myself the latest Benz and then Tastebud is going to be riding roller skate up and down. I have to take care of her too. But I don't have to take care of her to the point where I now go and be buying minivan. When I want to buy a 2-seater convertible, I now want to buy minivan. So what am I trying to say in essence? Women need to understand what men like. Women, when I sit down with my sisters and I have conversations with them, I thank God I'm not their husbands. My sisters are lovely, they're not violent, they're loving, but I can't marry them. I can't marry any of my sisters. Any. Because if I see the way my sisters will calculate money and say, okay, they'll do this, I say, thank God taste buds is not like this. Hey, this thing for be wahala. You see, Simply Vic is saying it is sweeter when both of you have your own money. Yes, but you don't understand that a woman's money is her money. while your money is the two of you's money. So sometimes when I sit down with them and they analyze how they spend their money and this is what they're going to do, this is what they're going to do, this is what they're going to do. There was a time one of my sister's husbands wanted to buy the latest BMW 7 Series. In wife can't they fight him? I just look them like this, say, you try, you even tell your wife. My wife would just see the motor inside house. She would ask me, say, wait a minute, I say, I just buy him, oh darling. I would let me tell you why I'll tell my wife I want to buy a new BMW. Because I have a problem with colors. My wife is better with colors. So when I pick a car, I'll show her, does this interior go with this color? Takes one to look at it and say, no, what's wrong with you? Why are you local like this? How do you okay, you want this red inside this gray. Where are you going to get the other red to match it? No, that's the only thing. But the decision to buy the car is not my wife's business. So when the guy was now trying to explain to his wife that let me buy this car, the woman was now raking, why do you need a BMW? I just keep there and say, hey, when they try me, I don't buy her since. You don't come house one day and say, what's this? Is my car. So women also need to understand that men, just as men, now the problem is, you need me. I need you to understand that I need this 7 Series. But you wear a weave on of $1,000 and you have 5. And I don't need to understand because your money. But if I were to use that money to buy a watch, I'm wasteful. You've got to deal with these issues. A woman will buy 3 weave on for $1,000 each. But a man will count that same $3,000 and go and buy tag watch. He is useless. He is wasting his money. I've always liked good phones. When I have money, now because I use phones, I need phones. This is not like again. As I'm talking to you, there are 5 phones recording this we need it. But those days, I didn't need them. I just liked them. So that's how I went to buy the latest BlackBerry Porsche of that year. So BlackBerry Porsche comes with a case. I just put it in the case like this and I was charging the phone in the sitting room. One of my ex-friends just came in and said, the Jeko Ra phone yi. She was talking to my ex about me. The Jeko Ra phone yi. She now looked at my son and said, that's your university tuition there. I'm the one doing the work. I'm the one they are insulting every day in the office. I now make the money. I now cannot buy what I like. When it's not like I'm buying something and then the school fees is waiting. I was talking to Ada the other day. We're having a conversation. You know Ada who works with me. So the conversation was, can you share a room with your wife? And Ada was like, no, she'd like to have her own room so she can keep her hair, her wigs, her stuff there. When it comes to them buying their stuff and their hair and their shoes and their clothes, it's normal. But when the man wants to buy something that makes him happy, it becomes war. So women, you also need to put yourself in a man's shoes. Just as the man also needs to understand. Women need hair. I don't understand it. I have hair. What do I need to buy hair for? But you can't tell a woman that. You can't tell a woman that she doesn't need hair. Sometimes I wonder, don't you? It's not like you are bald. It's not like you did chemotherapy and your hair fell off. You have hair. Why buy more hair? So a man is supposed to understand that And then the woman too now will now find it difficult understanding what the man likes. So here's the thing, yeah. For marriages to work, you've got to understand what your man likes, just as he's got to understand the fact that you need extra hair. It makes no sense to me why a human being needs more hair, but you've got to live with a woman and she needs hair. And my mom is white, she has long hair. My mom's hair is the same. But my wife needs to have curly weave, straight weave, short weave, long weave, and then if she repeats her hair 4 times, she now starts saying, I can't wear this hair again in the next video, or I can't wear this hair again to the next event because I've worn this hair 4 times. Dude, my mother wore her hair for her whole life. My mother never changed her hair. When most people don't change their hair, they have hair. And I'm supposed to understand this. But then you find it hard to understand mine. So, let me now start rounding off. A good marriage has no secrets. None. You don't have a personal life anymore. You have a life together. Some people say, the two of you are born individuals. You people have to have your individual lives. Nonsense. The Bible says the two of you become one. You had your individual life before. There's no separate lives when the two of you are supposed to become one. Then you now say, no. Your husband is supposed to know everything about you, and you're supposed to know everything about your husband, and you're supposed to do everything together. Some of you, your friends, come before your husbands. Some of you, your family comes before your husband. That's not what Bible said, though. And I'm a scripture teacher. Scripture says you leave your parents and cleave to your husband. And the husband leaves his parents and cleaves to. If you have a secret that you are telling your mother and your husband does not know, it's problem. You don't have a personal life anymore. Now, it's hard to not have a personal life with someone who judges you. It's hard not to have a personal life with someone who doesn't respect you. It's hard not to have a personal life with someone who doesn't care about you. You find yourself drifting. When they say the two of you come together, you must respect each other's emotions. You must respect each other's dreams and careers, and you must work together, and you must always define your relationship clearly. It's one thing that gives me joy in my, let me tell you, this COVID period, I never for 1 minute missed going out. Do you know this entire year I didn't go out? I don't attend weddings. I don't like weddings. I don't like birthday parties. And I wouldn't attend because of this lack of safety. I work from home. All this work I'm doing is from home. All my work is from home. Do you know how boring that would have been for some men? But I'm never bored. Let me tell you, every evening, Taste Buds weaves her clock around my life, and I try to weave my own to around her life. So we do things in tandem. When I'm done with work, we go sit down, watch TV, and sleep off watching TV. Then we wake up in the middle of the night and come to bed. I'm never bored. Ask her. I'm never bored. I've never not had what to do and being bored. Never. Not in my relationship. Maybe in a previous. I now thank God that my first marriage ended. Now, I'm not putting this on my ex and saying, oh, she's a bad person. Oh, don't get me wrong, because people like to misquote. I am thanking God that this COVID-19 did not meet me with my ex, because how will I stay in the same house with someone that we don't get along? Somebody saying, bros, marriage does not have formula. Use the one that works for you. There is a formula in the Bible. The two become one. When people will go to Malachi to go and read pay tithes, you people will see it in the Bible. But when I'm giving you a code that exists in that same scripture, you will throw it away. Why are you like that? Of course, every marriage has its own peculiarities and differences, but there are basic things. Openness. There is no, what is it called? No successful marriage that does not have openness. Unless that marriage is not successful. If your marriage is successful, you have openness. Let your woman feel free. Do you know how many women we have in the Free Nation Church that I talk to? Imagine how taste buds will feel if my phone has password and she just enters the room and okay, and she can hear a woman's voice. All right, even if we are talking about money, okay then, yeah, take care, and I cut the phone. She doesn't even need to ask me who are you talking to. She just picks up my phone and can check. And many of you, listen, anybody that does not want this level of openness is because you have something you are hiding. I don't check my wife's phone. My wife doesn't check my phone. One day check. Tell them that if we say you should check. Check your wife's phone. Check your husband's phone. And if you see a text message from a lady or a guy that you're not comfortable with, what do? Address it. Discuss it. Somebody say you go hard, though. Maybe that's why you're struggling in the marriage department. Maybe it would have been so much easier for you if you're open. Do you know? No, this is my own. This boy is calling me to go and eat so we can go and watch our movie. Then come back and sleep. If you cannot live with your woman for 1 month in a house and not go anywhere, while a day, that's one of the first signs that the two of you can actually stay together and not get bored. Abi taste buds, are you bored? Maybe I'm not bored, but you are bored. Eh? Answer me. I said I drank her water. So those are things that you need to discuss. So, let me end this so I can go and eat. Nice. Now you get fault too. Make everybody tell you true. Now you get fault. So, Mrs. Nice, on behalf of the Free Nation, I have many Bible verses that I was supposed to read and used to beg you for forgiveness, but I just believe that I'll just appeal to you. Please forgive him. Somebody said I should show you Taste Bud's face. Nah, fam. She's going to watch her own video. Yeah, go and watch her video. Yes, that's right. She just finished recording her own video. Go to youtube.com/tastebudsng. Go and see her face there. Her face is there. She just finished now and she came upstairs. Someone said telling your woman the truth can break your home more than telling them lies. That means the woman is not mature. A mature woman, the truth will not break her home. It's the lie that will break her home. So, nice. We will beg on your behalf. Not do am again, no. If we beg and she agrees, not do am again, no. Woman not like me, they cheat on am, oh. If you want your wife to be happy, which I believe as a grown man should be your utmost priority, do not cheat on her. And for the women out there, the only thing I can say is also please help us men. Help us men so we can serve you better. We want to serve you. You are our ogas. We want to serve you better. Eh? Please, dear women, help us. God bless you all. Take care. Bye.